We are live, Mel.
Hi.
Hi, hi. Awesome to see you.
Same here.
Yeah,
We got to do this regularly again.
I know. And Ollie wants to now this is everybody knows Ollie now, but here he is again, and he probably won't sit here for very long, but he's just here to say hello.
I asked him if he bites, and Kim said, "Not me." Yeah, we got it.
No, not too bad. Just teeny tiny little things. But he doesn't he's a very playful bite. It's more of a play bite.
Aw, he's so
Yeah,
cute.
thank you. Yeah, he's 17 pounds. Okay, he's gonna go down now. There he goes. Bye bye, Ollie. But he's a comfort, and
Yeah.
maybe he's a comfort for everybody. That's what I want to say. And I want to say hello, Roxanne and Sandy and Bernadette and Chitra and Jay and M. Taylor and Kathy and Rebecca, Majestic and JB and Sandra and Blue Melissa and my thoughts. And maybe there's more, but that's for right now. Who I can see in the chat. So, do you see the chat too?
Yes.
Okay, good. So anyway, I know I want to just come together, Mel. I mean,
Can I just say something? I see in the chat somebody says, "There's no hope. You were both wrong," in capital letters.
yeah,
We're not God,
yeah,
and we are subject to never being 100%.
right.
And since all day long, we've all been pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to ask, please, if you're going to leave something nasty
Mm-hmm.
in the comments, don't leave it.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
uh, you know, um,
Yeah,
um, we're not infallible, and we sometimes miss. I mean, I remember saying that when Biden stepped down and gave it to Kamala, I was on the show and I said, I'm fearful that this the Dems just gave the presidency to Donald Trump. But then when I saw Kamala and I saw her energy, I was like, yeah, right, whatever.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still contend and I hold that with the big media moguls paying off to, and not endorsing candidates, people like Elon Musk, who's paid millions to get Donald Trump elected. And now I just heard he wants to do something with 3 or 4 trillion and it's going to, that Americans have to tighten their belts. Why should we? He's not tightening his. Uh, that with the Russian interference uh, and the misinformation,
Yeah, yeah.
that something is strongly amiss in this
Mhm.
election. Even Alan Lichtman, who has the professor of
Right.
history, who's called every presidential race over the past 40 years or however long since Reagan,
Yeah.
he predicted Kamala would win. And he's saying the numbers are wrong. So, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so please, you know, um, I've I felt Kamala would win. Uh, so, but I'm not gonna. I thought, do we move? Do we give up my YouTube channel? I'm not gonna do that. I just saw Marianne from Healing Light Tarot in
Yeah.
Australia,
Yeah.
and she had to turn off the comments because she was getting such vile, horrible things being said to her. And we're not
Mm-hmm.
here to be anybody's doormat. We're here to help people,
Yeah.
and that's what I continue to do and will do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, I'm
Yeah.
not shrugging lightly. I mean, for some, I saw something big coming, never dreaming it would be this. But, am I fearful? Of course I am. Am I worried? Of course I am. Am I disheartened? Yes. I'm probably just as angry as everybody else, but I'm not going to take it out on anybody. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a wake up for us to speak up and do something. So, um, Whoever wrote that in the comments that we were both wrong with a capital letter, I
Yeah.
don't appreciate that. Um,
Yeah.
we get it. And here
Yeah.
again, I don't want to be confrontational, but we are human. We're not infallible, and sometimes we make mistakes. I just find it amazing that most of the people in the community, at least everyone that I know, had predicted a win for Kamala, but it's not our fault because of the outcome. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, true. I totally am with you on that. I was so clear, and I can still see it clear as day in my mind. Her sitting at the desk with the flag, shiny on the front and tattered on the back. And I know, and as we were talking before we started, I haven't lost hope that somewhere along this way it will still happen, but I don't know when or how. And I don't know enough about law to see how it could happen or know how it could happen. But so I'm being naive perhaps, but I think it's a possibility that somehow, like by March, she could still be there. But I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But I'm just saying, I'm hoping that.
and unfortunately, I don't see it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I was watching Lynn Kirshner, and there's something that can be done constitutionally because Trump being an insurrectionist, he shouldn't even have been allowed to run for office.
Uh huh.
Uh, but we all know that Putin was behind a lot of this,
Oh yeah. Sure.
and there was clearly, I just saw on television when I got home that Netanyahu engineered some of his moves right before the election because he wanted Trump to get in because Trump would say, "Go ahead and do what you want to do."
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that they're all they're brothers, right? I mean, Bibi and Putin and Trump. I mean, I feel like they're all brothers. You know what I mean. They work together as a team. So, uh,
Kathy, I don't think the universe is punishing us. I think it's just about maybe it's about for us to honor our democracy and just to stand up and fight. I mean, we still have a voice, and I'm not going to live in
mhm.
fear.
Yeah. No,
It
I
is,
don't think.
it is a sad day for America. Yes, I totally agree with you.
Hmm,
But
hmm.
I don't believe that the universe punishes. It should be punishing Donald Trump. But I
Right.
do ultimately see him getting his comeuppances. That has not changed.
Right. Right. I still see him now. I see him somehow going off on a stretcher. And he's dressed in a suit, kicking and screaming. I don't know. I still see that too, but I don't know exactly when that is either. But
Right.
something. Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
a lot of us lost subscribers. I lost some, and that's people's right to unsubscribe. I get
Hmm.
that. Uh, and I understand their anger and I understand the frustration, but um, don't take it out on us. Take it out where it belongs. Use that energy to speak up and use that energy to help change things again, to get us back on track.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I noticed for myself, Mel? I have been quite vocal on my Facebook page, and I feel now like I want to turn off my Facebook page because I feel like I'm just going to keep going on, and I don't want to do that because I've been trying not to do anything political on my Facebook page, but uh, there's I don't know. I think I might turn off my Facebook page.
Um, that's certainly your call. Um, I know that I think um, the lady in Australia, I'm having a blank moment.
Marianne,
Yes,
Marianne,
she turned off comments.
yeah,
Uh, but I'm not going to start. I'm not going to give up doing my work. Our job is to help people, and I am going to continue to do that.
yes, yeah, for sure. I mean, oh, absolutely, because I mean, we have to have hope, and I feel like even if I tell my kids I don't have hope anymore, what am I teaching them?
Correct. That's right.
I have to teach my family to be, well, to have hope and be strong as much as possible. And so yeah, that's important to me. They look at me like, are you scared? And I mean, my daughter's 26, my son's 22. And my daughter said, the first thing she said to me was, "Oh, I just better buy a bunch of birth control pills." So she ordered a bunch of, thinking that she wouldn't be able to after this, for some reason, because we're in Texas.
Well, what about, us gay people? Uh,
Yeah.
I see Kevin in the house. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Hi, Kevin.
Um, um, yeah, what about us gay people? I mean, I think they're going to come after us too, but I'm not
Mhm.
going to take it lying down. No pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we have if we don't have hope? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I agree. We've got to. And, some of the things like today, you know what I'm doing? I'm drinking this is hibiscus tea with
Yeah, I love that.
with agave, and it's so good. And
Yeah,
it's a little treat. It's a little treat. I put a little extra agave in it.
I'm having my orange Fanta.
Ah, there you go. So, I mean, little things that can at least make us happy. And my cup says, "Keep in my heart a place where sparrows come to play."
Oh, I like that. That is so
Isn't Yeah, and it's got a birdie and crystals on it right there.
there you go.
Anyway, but yes, I think we have to keep doing things like this at least to get us through. And of course, here to take care of ourselves and to support each other in community. I mean, that is like number one. And I think prayers.
Say again?
Prayers. I think we need to make sure we remember at least twice a day, call in the angels, call in whoever you feel called to, whether it's Buddha or Jesus or Metatron or Saint Germain, and we ask them to come in and help us too, just to get through this time.
I agree. I think, if you don't necessarily believe in prayer, then meditate, do what you got to do, because that energy goes out there and people pick up on it as well.
Yes, yes. And if you think about even other things, like you could make a grid, a power grid. Ooh, I just thought of that. Maybe you have a crystal that represents Kamala, or maybe the Constitution or democracy or something. You put it in the middle, you put more crystals around it, and you make your own little power grid, and you could send it light every day with your hands, even.
Correct. There's things you can do. I tend to be more of an activist, but you can still, um, that energy. Like I said, people tune into that energy. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, I, I, I refuse to succumb to fear, bigotry, racism. I prefer love, acceptance, equality. Um, and so, I think Clarence says, well, blue states help protect us um, as
It's
best they can. Absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Well, none of us got any sleep last night.
Yeah, I know I didn't, for sure.
The
Um,
next 2 years are going to be rough, and it's going to be hard. And I think I'm not being a Dougie Downer. We're in for some, I think, tumultuous times, and I think we're in for uh, some tumultuous times financially and every other thing. But I default back to what I felt when I went to Abe Lincoln's tomb in Springfield. This is about
mm,
7 months ago, and it came through that um, our union will stand,
yeah,
justice shall be served, and our democracy shall endure. So I believe that.
I do too. No, I absolutely do too. And I honestly, I know Trump has these ideas. If he is actually in the office, I'm not sure that he is going to be. I still, in my mind, I know I'm on the part of the minority of this belief, but I don't know that. But if he were to be, he does so little. He doesn't have much energy. We know what he's gonna do. Gonna do tax cuts to the rich, like he
Well,
did.
among
Yeah,
other things, but I do see a point in time where there's legislation coming where rich people like Elon Musk cannot buy an
Yeah.
election
Oh,
or
yeah.
an economy.
Yeah.
I'm just nervous about Europe because Putin wants the countries in the old Soviet Union back, and he was hoping Trump would win because he knows that Trump will weaken NATO. And a lot of countries here say, well, we don't care about that. We just care about our economy.
Uh-huh.
And you better care about it because it's happening there. It can happen here. It can happen anywhere. And those people in those countries really treasure their democracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and I'm nervous about Ukraine because, like I said, Putin knew that if Trump won, and he did, Putin and Trump were colluding on how to influence the election.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 100% sure
Oh,
that
me sure. There's not even a question. That's so.
he could take Ukraine with the help of Korean troops. Then think about going up into Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. Those are NATO, and then Putin is going to manipulate Trump to try and disband NATO. It'll weaken NATO, but NATO will still stand.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is thinking he could go through Moravia into Romania, into Slovakia, and take over all those countries in Eastern Europe that used to be part of the communist bloc. But I think they'll fight back. So,
Yeah.
um,
Mm.
Zelensky, like I said, he congratulated Trump, but I can tell you right now that Ukraine will not stop fighting. Trump said I can fix it. I can take care of it like that.
Oh,
Well,
I know. Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Well, he's
But,
just.
Trump, he tells you everything he's going to do.
I know. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Mass
It-
deportation sounds very reminiscent of Hitler. And, people think that Trump is the Antichrist. And my response is he's not smart enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No. At least he does tell you what he's going to do.
Right.
That's for sure. Yeah. So no. Okay. We're already assuming so much is going to happen. I know he's got it out, and and the Project 2025 and all that, but still, I think we can get overwhelmed thinking all of that at the same time.
Yes. But,
And
just like when Trump won the first time around, we were all, and every time we think it couldn't get any worse, he topped it. And I
yeah,
think we're in for times like that again. And I was thinking we saw this blue wave, this huge blue tsunami, but maybe, what we could have been intuiting was the midterms coming up. Because when Trump had it all before, guess what? During the midterms, we took back the House.
yeah,
And this
mhm,
time during the midterms, I think we will see a blue wave in taking back the House and probably the Senate as well.
yeah,
So, and then he can't serve again. He might try to suspend elections, but he's not going to get by with that. And so I see, after his term is up, then I see a huge blue wave and a lot more blue waves coming. And I see other political parties coming. He wants chaos. He wants anarchy because that's how authoritarians come to power.
hmm yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I am still hoping somehow it's gonna be better than we expect. And that's part of. I know I'm naive. I know I'm naive, but that's you know.
Um, Aaron says she was on Lichtman. She was on the Lichtman live last night. That's Alan Lichtman.
Yes.
It was full of racist trolls. Yes, it is sad, but um, uh, Kevin says he doesn't think it's over yet. Nor do I.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't think it's over yet.
I know. Well, and astrology wise, what between the 16th or 18th of this month is big, and then I mean, I think there's big stuff coming. I just don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't. I just feel like if I give up now or think it's over now, then I can't. Then it just. I'm gonna put myself in that hopeful position, and I might be disappointed, but I'm still gonna do it. Even it will help me feel better.
Um,
And I don't think it's totally off the rails. I don't think it's totally off the rails.
you know, um, It's funny. Mickey Taylor says there has not been mass psychic delusion. I feel strongly and have since last night here in Australia. Hello, Australia. That there was mass fraud. You were not wrong. The truth will come out and right will be yours. I hope you're right.
No, I
um,
do. I think so. I do. I think the truth is going to come out.
no, the truth will come out. Absolutely. I totally believe that. Just like it came out before with Trump. But this time he'll have to pay the piper. Uh, oh,
Mm-hmm.
my friend Rosaire. Hi, Rosaire. Our friend Rosaire.
Yeah.
Heard that since Elon has satellites, would have been very easy for him to help Putin to 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 skill the election. I agree with that. I do agree with
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's how they hacked it. I mean, I believe that's how they hacked in, and then they changed the numbers because the numbers don't add up, as we know. They're not adding up, and there's no way that Trump would have gotten the popular vote. No way.
Well, there's 2 million that are missing. So
Right. Right. 20 million.
um, that's why he kept saying if he lost, well, he just learned how to cheat better, I think.
I think so. And he didn't do it. Yeah. He had. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was Russia and Elon. Absolutely. So no, that I think it's just much. This is like January 6th, but more sophisticated.
Um, Veganic said, wasn't Israel doing everything they wanted during Biden? Well, not quite what it's going to be during Trump. Um,
Um,
I predicted that something big would happen. I didn't know what it was. And this is
mm,
probably it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Thank you, Jay. Yes, we're going to be okay. Yeah, and you know why we're going to be okay? Because we have each other, and I mean, we'll figure this out. We will figure this out. We're smart. We are not, and we're worldwide. We have people around the world that if we feel like we're not getting good information, just like Marianne was saying, she said, I can check the news for you. You don't depend on your your American news. I mean, if it gets to that point.
When I was in Vienna, I saw the BBC, and it's a completely different story than what we see here. Trust me.
Ah, yeah. See.
Um, I like this. Liz in All says Donald Trump is not the mastermind, but only a puppet.
Oh yeah,
Hallelujah.
exactly. Oh, I know. No, he doesn't have a mastermind. What are we talking about? Mastermind?
Mighty Blue said, what happened to the young people and women? Why didn't they vote? They did.
Yes, they did.
I think, many people did. Um,
Oh yeah, no, I mean, absolutely, Kamala got the popular vote. Absolutely, no question. Wisconsin, Michigan, there's no way she's going to lose those.
yeah,
Minnesota,
I was like, what?
oh no, I mean, this doesn't even make sense. I can see Arizona, I can see Florida, but the others, no, no way.
Um,
Good, Serena. You still see yours? Me too. I do too, Serena. Thank you for saying that.
it's funny that the results came in so quickly. Remember the last election, we waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited.
Yeah.
Um, Hallelujah, Sheila. I support freedom of expression as well. Kathy, I think Kathy's scared. We're all scared. But here's what I'm going to say. And I think this is so appropriate now. It's like when I had cancer and I was paralyzed with fear, didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what to do. Um, it was like, what do I do? And the answer came back, don't let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there we have it.
I was afraid last night. I actually am not today. I don't know. I feel like something switched for me. Like I'm going forward. I'm just seeing Kamala still in the office. I know I could be totally in a dreamland, but this is how I still see it. Oh, now look what Kevin did. He took a nice bath with sea salt and magnesium flakes, an hour sleep, and he'll be in bed very soon. Yeah, actually, I took a nap right before here. I just set my alarm for 20 minutes. And I woke up like, what day is it? I wasn't sure if I overslept or what.
I slept 2 hours last night, and I got up and went to work this morning, and I've been working all day, so.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll come on for some spiritual work. I've been holding back. Something didn't feel right, and I couldn't read on it. Once I get my house back. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. House. She must not have her house. She must be out of her house or something.
I don't know.
Okay, Tammy says, this is test of our faith. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for being here. And I want to say, no, when we already answered this, right? About will blue states protect us? I think it's better. I think the blue states will be better. Yeah.
Well, I live in a blue state, luckily, so.
Luckily. But I don't.
Yes, I know.
And I'm going to be just naive and still see her going, still see her sitting there. Again, it was so amazing because when the desk I saw her, this was like March to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just I didn't interrupt you. Just visiting
Yeah.
said that Marianne didn't turn off comments, but she previews them and deletes the bad ones. That's right. I stand corrected. Thank you.
Yeah. But I saw her with the burn marks on the desk. But she's like, I don't know. I don't know, Mel. If you're gonna buy me lunch, you're gonna have to buy me lunch. I'll buy you lunch.
Um,
Okay.
I will pray and pray that you're right. I really will.
Yeah, and I may not be. I may not, of course. Okay, and then here's thank you. Continue. Thank you. Yes, for everybody here. Oh, now here's Kitty Kisses in my 30s and had open heart. Oh, Kitty Kisses. I'm so glad you're here. Well, see, good. Just follow along with me, Kitty.
Welcome to the Open Heart Surgery Club.
Oh boy. Oh
I know I
wow.
was 58.
But look, she's in her 30s. That's pretty young.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Congratulations for doing that and blessings to you, healing to you, dear. I'm glad she's got a kitty to keep her, just like I've got little Ollie.
Oh,
And we got to have those animals or nature that'll help us also get through. I think, something, whatever works for you.
whatever works.
Yeah. Maybe it's hanging on the chandeliers, or maybe it's going knocking on doors and bringing a cake over, say, hey, good to
Have
see
some
you.
sweets. Feed your sugar.
Yeah. Okay, now see, I support. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Now here's Mary says, but I still have hope for, yes, not give up. That's right. Because, right? I mean, what even Kamala said today, was that me?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. What
Um,
Kamala said today, her little speech was beautiful. I mean, I was sobbing the whole time. Did you see it?
I'm sorry, say again.
Did you see Kamala's speech
I
today?
did not. I was at work.
It was a short speech, but it was beautiful. And gosh, I had to collect myself. It was so heart wrenching, really. Oh, oh, yes. Now look at this. I love what Lori's saying. I put on Facebook the phone numbers to the mental health hotlines. Oh my gosh, that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, probably to myself because I've got to be careful, Mel, that I don't go after. I have some Republican family,
So do I.
and if I put anything on my Facebook page, I think they're going to see it.
Oh, I don't care about that. They can see it. I don't care.
Okay, so I don't know. I just have to. I think about that, and I don't want to offend anybody.
I mean, they're entitled to their opinion the same as I'm entitled to mine, except, I'm not going to put derogatory remarks on Facebook. But I do sometimes put political stuff on there, and I'm sure my family reads it. But
Yeah, I mentioned to somebody today. It was terrible. They put a picture of tea on their Facebook page, and they said something like, "He's been attacked by evil. He needs our prayers."
who says that?
Well, it was my cousin.
Oh,
And, and I thought, oh gosh, that's cult. You're in a cult. You're in a cult. Okay,
Well,
now did we see more indictments coming? Yes, I want to say yes right away. That feels like a yes to me. Do we see more indictments coming for 45?
at some point, yes, but I heard that that Merrick Garland, um, he didn't drop the charges. I forget the word. It's not drop charges. Uh,
Postponed or something?
no, it's not
Oh,
postponed. It's not drop the charges. Um, but if you drop the charges, you can never go back in and reopen them. But if you, it's the other word I can't think of.
okay.
Just like put them on hold, then you
Okay.
can go in and reopen them at some point.
I
So
see.
I still see indictments coming out. Um,
Me
I
too.
got a funny feeling he's got in his mind. I can tell you what he's got in his mind to obviously going to fire Merrick Garland and probably put Eileen Cannon in as
Oh, yeah, yeah.
general. And then
Right.
the first thing to do is get rid of Jack Smith. Trump
Oh,
wants to eliminate his threats.
yes, of course. That's right. Um, but I think he's going to have more indictments around what happened on this election.
I'm sorry, say again.
I think he's going to have indictments around what happened during this election.
Oh, I see more indictments coming out. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My niece just called me. I'm asking her if I can call in a half an hour.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, Jay, did I already put this up? Crystal grid from hateful people psychically attacking you. Oh, thank you, Jay. That's great.
That was nice. That's nice, Jake.
Okay. Well, the universe wants us to go through hard times. Well, that could be. That could be. I think what it is, this definitely an opportunity for spiritual growth. The harder it is, the more challenging it is, the more we grow.
Uh,
And yeah,
Sheila said that I'm having meltdowns. My stress is off the wall. Many of us are.
yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
here again, we just need to step back, breathe, and regroup.
Breathing. Yes. This would be a good time to take up something new that gets our mind off of something, whether it's a breath work class or a yoga class or something like that, and I don't feel it will be that long. Okay. And you're talking about BA, you must be talking about where where it's coming out about the election. I think that's what you mean. I think you're right. I think it's going to be within a week or two. That's what it feels like to me. Within a week or two, we will hear more about the election interference.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, and there's that. All right. And then Lisa says, no others have seen what you do. I know that's because I'm not very smart.
oh, stop it. No, 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 no. You don't beat yourself up. You're
Oh,
very right. And I have to say, everybody loved your classes that you taught. You were incredible. So,
well, thank you for that. Well, the thing is, I try not to actually watch too many other people. So I have my original own vision. And so that I have to go with that, you know?
I think
Uh,
that Trump needs to watch his health. I've seen dark clouds around his head area for a very long time, and I
oh,
think he's in real good health at all.
are you talking about Trump, did you say?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That's been going on. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for saying that we need to pray. Yes, yes, yes. Um, and I think for me, I'm going to work more with Saint Germain and Metatron. That's who going to be my go-to for this time. I think I'm going to even write it on my mirror. I've got a marker that you can put on the mirror and erase. I'm
Right.
just going to put those words on, Metatron, Saint Germain, help us through this time.
JR says will Russia take over Slovenia, Melania's country? Well, Slovenia is part of the old Yugoslavia. I think that means South Slavia. Which is now 7 countries. And I do think a few countries, I think Putin has in his mind to work with a few countries whose name I won't mention to try to take over Croatia, uh, Albania, and Slovenia, but it's not going to work.
Okay,
In
good.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's not going to work. Uh,
No, I agree. I see a stop on that. I don't know why. I just see stop, stop, stop. I see the stop sign. Oh, and what you're talking about. I'm not sure how it's not going to work.
good.
It won't be able to be president again. Okay, I think so. I think the deceptions, well, they're not stupid. It's not just us that knows there is Russian interference. Don't they all know it? Of course.
Catherine Moshow says there will be no midterms. He's a king dictator now. He won't give away anything. There will be midterms. I disagree with you on that one, Catherine. I do see midterms. Absolutely. I think when Trump said, vote for me, you'll never have to vote again. uh, God knows what he meant by that, but I still see that we will have midterms.
Okay.
Just like he said that he's got a healthcare plan. Remember years ago, I'm going to be bringing it out. It's going to be the best healthcare plan, and he didn't have anything. He just kept saying that, never came up with anything. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I am worried about Medicare and Social. I'm not, but I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'm not going to worry about it till I actually, if he's actually, I don't know. I'm expecting a miracle. I'm expecting a miracle.
but
Systems are going to,
Biden's still our president, so let's remember that too.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Russia. Now here's something to use North Korean. How can he possibly invade anyone else?
Very easily, if he gets countries on his side to use those soldiers to invade other countries. So, you know, um, but I see Putin gone at some point too. I think um,
Hmm.
well, I don't see nuclear annihilation. What concerns me
Hmm.
more is climate change. Really, climate change concerns me.
Yeah.
Uh, and we've got to do something. Of course, if Trump gets in, I say if, and I'll preface it that way, he's not going to do squat about climate change.
Oh, no, no, he didn't care. But I don't know why I'm getting like a year and a half for Putin. I know I used to think it was just a few months out. I don't know. I still see he has a little bit of time there.
Right.
Okay. Would Trump send U.S. soldiers to fight against Ukraine?
No, no. I don't see that.
I don't either because I get a stop on that too. Not that I feel like there's something weird about it though. It's not going to work. Something about it's not going to work, but I don't know exactly what. I'm seeing a lot of yellow around that. Very fuzziness.
It's funny that Trump might think that he's going to be the DIC, dictator in chief. That's what I called him before. It's an acronym for another word, DIC.
Uh-huh.
But even if the Republicans have the House and the Senate, there's still checks and balances. Even though there'll be a little bit awry,
Hmm.
things still be decided in the courts. And SCOTUS, even though he put 3 of them on the court, many of those justices didn't agree with him about the election when Biden won. They didn't hear the cases. And so, I mean, they gave him presidential immunity, but I still think that he's not going to have the power that he thinks he's going to have.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Unless I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Trump will last long enough to even become president? Question. I'm not sure because I felt like January. I saw him going away in January. So
uh,
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I mean, if it is his team, of course, then it would be Vance. So I don't know. But
uh,
then again, this whole little thing that we came across yesterday. I'm not going to make any predictions now.
I don't know how that worked. I don't know how that works if a president elect passes away, then the vice president would get it. But then
Uh-huh.
who will be vice president? I don't know how they do that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. He'd have to select somebody probably. Or is it, I don't know, or maybe it's already somebody in line.
Let me Google it and find out.
Yeah, I think it might be coming from Congress for some reason.
I will try it. So, if a president elect dies, who becomes president?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's see. I've got it right here. Okay. In the event as dramatic as something as death or total incapacitation, state election officials, usually the Secretary of State, may adjust filing deadlines to be able to get new entries onto the ballot in time for spring primaries.
Oh.
The authority of the national parties to choose their nominee in the event the nominee can't run comes as a surprise to many in this day of wall-to-wall primaries. So I guess the answer depends on when, it says. So yeah, presidential candidates, let's see. Donald Trump will be 78, Biden will be 82. If a candidate dies or is incapacitated between now and New Year's Day, there will be plenty. Wait a minute, let me see. There will be plenty of people in each party willing to jump into the nomination race. The problem will be filing deadlines, but we're off. Okay, so we're talking about January of 2024.
No, January 2025.
2025, yeah, but this is talking about 2024. So
Okay.
if the candidate dies or is incapacitated between New Year's Day and mid-June, some states might postpone their primaries and their filing deadlines. Let's see. Let me take a look. If the candidate dies or is incapacitated between mid-June 2024, when the primaries are over, and both Wednesday night of the nominating convention, the convention would become what conventions used before reforms. Let's see. So now we have to go up even one. Give me one more. If the Republican it doesn't even say.
Well.
Then I think what would happen is then the president, well, no, because they're already elected. So what happens?
Well, it's a president-elect, they're not officially elected. They're not officially inaugurated.
Right.
They're just president-elect.
I guess the Vance would become president, but I don't know who would they get as vice president.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will research that.
Okay, great.
Well, Sarah Hall's watching. Maybe she would know.
Oh, yeah, she might know. Okay, so this is about when she conceded today. So now you can still, even though she conceded, that's not an official act. They can still investigate and then recount. So that does not change anything just because she did that concession today.
Correct.
It's just a nicety, but certainly it's not an official anything.
Catherine says any cheating will never come out because our country doesn't like waves. I think it's going to come out just like it did in that Mueller report.
Yes.
And when Trump ran in 2016, that there was interference by Russia. It'll come out. I'm telling you.
Oh no! Yeah, it's going to come out for sure. I feel like Intel's already on it. It's Intel. Okay. Keep thinking about Navalny and saying he is now an angel of truth and justice. Oh wow, a miracle. That's what I'm just asking for, a miracle. We're just asking for nothing little, just a big miracle.
We're praying for the Hail Mary moment here.
Yes, and you're welcome, because there you go. And she doesn't care if her country is taken over. That's probably true. Trump has immunity. Yeah. So will Biden? So, well, does Biden have immunity too?
Immunity but the court has to decide what's presidential and what was personal when he was in office.
Right.
But then he is not the president yet. He is the president-elect.
Yes.
So he does not have presidential immunity right now.
Ah, right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding us about that.
Right.
Okay. I have not read the post from Sterling. I don't know. We don't need to vote anymore. No, Leah, we are going to vote. I'm looking forward to the blue wave in the future. I think I honestly still think there was a blue wave, well, or at least a small blue wave last night. We just weren't able to see it because the voting was tampered with.
But I do see a blue wave coming.
Uh-huh. And it may be already within us. We just don't know about it yet. Okay. Oh, Clarence Thomas got served papers yesterday about the group of black men he falsely accused.
That were those black men that were accused of
The 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Donald Trump got served with lawsuit papers. Clarence Thomas did. So, and so it still doesn't, because here again, he's president-elect. So he's going to have to pay those guys, and so will Clarence Thomas, by the way.
Uh-huh. And Lisa, I don't think it's over, dear. I don't. I know some people do. I'm not. I know I'm in the minority camp.
I do foresee more coming out. I do.
Uh-huh.
But the only thing I can think is if Biden would just use the 14th Amendment to say that there is the 14th Amendment, I forget which one, but to say that because Trump is an insurrectionist, that he cannot take office. But they should have used that. But they should have used that when he was first their candidate.
Yeah. Yeah. And right. So no, see, I don't want to think, I can't figure it out how it's going to work. That's why I think that it's good. I don't know I'm not a lawyer and a constitutional expert, but that's why I feel like it's just intuitively, I think it's still going, it's not over.
Oh, I agree. It's not over. Here again, I'm sticking to what I'm intuiting here.
Okay. What do the angels say? I feel they are not here today. Oh, Roxanne, you feel the angels are here with us every day.
The angels are here. The angels clearly are here.
This is what I feel right now from the angels. It's like this love and support, no matter what. And I do feel like it's a softness that they're bringing, like a gentleness, soft, like I feel whispery, like it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I'm sort of feeling as if I was around an owl even, or the wisp, as if you were with a big bird's wings. That's how I feel. And to love ourselves. We didn't make a mistake.
No matter what happens, we're not being negative. No matter what happens, we cannot give up. That's my whole point. No matter what happens, we cannot and must not give up.
Yeah.
People like Donald Trump want. We cannot.
Thank you, Rebecca, for saying that. We see several investigations. Yeah, I for sure. Absolutely. Well, there's going to be more investigations beyond our eyes. I think it's already started. I mean, there's no way. Lisa says, I haven't sung yet, and I'm the fat. Oh, you're not the fat lady, Lisa. Will they? Yes, let's see here, JR. Will they recount? Some.
I do see a recount, but then we got to find the missing 20 million.
Yeah. That's why it's going to be a little bit messy. I really do feel, always have felt between election day and like December 13th or 15th or so, to me feels a mess like this. So, or more, it's like this, like a cat. I don't know. It's really, it's chaos.
I just heard the dog coming up the steps. Lucky.
Okay, don't be terrified, you guys. Don't be terrified.
That's what they want.
No,
They want you to be terrified. They want you to
Yeah.
be in fear. Remember, let the fear push you forward, not stand in front of you and hold you back.
Yes. And Rainey says, do you believe there was less vote? I don't think so. Less
I don't
vote?
think so either.
No.
I'm telling you, there's tampering that went on. And at
Yeah.
some point, they will be able to prove that. I just don't know when, but I know they'll be able to prove it.
Right. And in 2020, that was a COVID. That was COVID. No, no. There's more vote. Okay. I agree. And okay, thank you. Thank you, Summer. I agree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how. It's going to be a miracle. I'm relying on miracles. Oh, I saw that. Lori said it will be a year. Yeah, see, I see it more like months to me. But I don't care if it's a year or months. That's not 4 years.
It's not 4 years, no. I think within 2 years.
Okay. Okay, good. I think I good. Oh, I think it's within 2 years, shorter, close to 3 or 4 months. We're somewhere in there. Okay, good. Any cheating will never come out because our country doesn't like waves. Doesn't like waves. Well,
I disagree with that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this is a different thing. This is a very sacred thing about our Constitution and the election. So that's why I think it's important. Okay, positivity,
I do
yes.
think this country is, if he gets in, and I'll preface it this way, then psychically, I feel like this country is going to be in a constitutional crisis. And a constitutional crisis means when you have different branches of government disagreeing with each other to the degree that nothing can be resolved according to the Constitution. So it puts us in a constitutional crisis. But let me look up the definition just to make sure I've got it correct. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I can tell you people like Putin would love to see us have a civil war.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah. The more
that that would make that would give him what he wants. That election was way too fast, B.A. Haven. In political science, a constitutional crisis is a problem or conflict in the
yeah.
function of a government that a political constitution or other fundamental governing law is perceived to be unable to resolve. There are several variations to this definition. Uh, One describes it as a crisis that arises out of the failure, at least a strong risk of failure, of a constitution to perform its central functions. And Trump would try to suspend that. So that would put us in a constitutional crisis. Here, for example, a government may want to pass a law contrary to its constitution. The constitution may fail to provide a clear answer for a specific situation. The constitution may be clear, but it may be politically infeasible to follow it. The government institutions themselves may falter or fail to live up to what the law prescribes them to be. That'll be the crisis. Our officials in the government may justify avoiding dealing with the serious problem based on narrow interpretations of the law, which our Supreme Court did with the immunity. So, I don't know the resolution, but anyway, I do feel that.
Okay. Okay. Now somebody was asking about, oh, if I can find it, the 20,000 votes or whatever, 20 million votes. I know I had a email thing about that or text on that, but I can't find it right this second. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That was in our email.
I like Summer says Kamala knows something's up, but they're not going to advertise what they're doing like Trump does.
Of course.
Jack Smith is shutting down the cases because Trump is a president-elect, and you cannot indict a president-elect.
Okay.
But those cases will be reopened. Just because they're shut down doesn't mean that charges are dropped. Withdrawal charges, that's the word I was looking for. They can withdraw the charges. If you withdraw the charges, then you can always come back to them at a point in time. Withdrawal just means it puts them on hold for a while. Drop means they're dropped forever.
Okay. Okay. I see. Got it. Well, I'm going to try to find Lori, that, because it's an attorney. Oh yeah, she's actually a congressperson who found that there was 20 million votes missing. I'll find it here. I'll find it. Santa Ana wins. Oh wow. Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and it's suspect that Elon is so involved.
That's
okay.
cool. He
What
bought
are,
the election.
yeah. What do the guides and spirits think of all the madness going on? They're trying to calm us. Do you know what I mean? I feel this whole holding us in presence, as if breathe, like really just the encouragement to just center ourselves. Don't get caught up. It's an encouragement to not get caught up in the madness. And this is again, it's a spiritual lesson for us. How can we find our center in the midst of it all?
Right. Exactly what I'm trying to say. That's letting the fear get behind you and push you forward. Stay centered, stay grounded. I mean, if we succumb to chaos and fear, then then we do lose. And that's giving Trump and his cronies way too much control over us individually.
Right. Yes. Okay. Now I want to give this to whoever asked a question about the 20 or so million votes. This is by Pam Keith, Keith. She is, I know she's in the Congress. And so anyway, you can look her up. Pam Keith, Esquire. She's in Florida. Okay. She's the one that discovered that. And I don't know how she discovered it.
Just Visiting says it's not a law that says you can't indict a president-elect. It's a DOJ policy not to. Okay, I stand corrected, but I don't think they're going to break that precedent. Not president, precedent.
Oh.
Yeah, the math does not adding up at all.
No.
It just doesn't add up.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's just see what this says. Hi, Roxanne. 2 and sometimes 3 stars where I live that move. Oh, yesterday they were lined up, and I'm thinking they are anti-gravity. Oh, wow. Are the stars anti-gravity?
I don't know. I don't know enough
Yeah,
about
I'm not sure either. It doesn't feel quite right to me
me either.
to say yes on that. So I don't know. Okay, Roxanne? It's not quite resonating with me.
Me either.
Okay.
Ryan Shostak says, did anyone here catch Alan Lichtman stumped by the polling numbers last night? I didn't see it, Ryan, but I heard about it. And Lichtman, as I said, has predicted with his 13 keys, every presidential race since Reagan. And so it baffles me to see how he could have been off. So
yeah, and plus that other one from Iowa, that other pollster from Iowa, said no, there was way too many things that just were not lining up. It was like a bluster fuck. Did I say that? Am I gonna get in trouble for that?
No, probably not.
That's why Elon wanted Twitter. He was spying on people. Yeah, so you guys get out of Twitter, right?
I don't go on it. Never did.
Okay, me too. Facebook, Instagram, I think you're right. That's what I think too.
I don't go on that either.
Yeah, you don't go on Facebook at all?
Occasionally, but not just those little things. But I don't, like I voted, but TikTok is being investigated because of the influence from China, and that's that BRIC. It was started by Putin. It started with Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and now South Africa, and there's more countries. And I saw the BRIC conference that Putin hosted in Russia, and Putin was calling on a new world order, and oh my God, it just felt very dystopian. It was scary.
Uh-huh. Hi, Justine. Do you feel like something is going to happen that could change the results? Well, I do. Right. I don't feel like it's over.
Oh, it's not over. It's not over. That's for sure. It's not
I,
over.
I agree with you, Justine. I truly think she won. Yes, I agree. I think this is why we're all seeing this. She did win. It's just that we had interference that blocked. So we don't know yet. We don't know. I can't predict now. I'm going to not be so confident perhaps with predicting, but I think there's a chance she could still get in the office.
Well, I will pray for that. And on that note, I've got to run because I'm
Okay.
exhausted. Kim,
Okay. Me too. Me too.
we got to start doing this again.
Yes.
Uh, we used to do it every Wednesday. You want to do it on
Yeah.
Wednesdays?
Yeah. Wednesday still works for me.
Okay, good. Let's do it.
Okay.
I've missed doing it. So next Wednesday,
Yeah.
you'll be on my show and we'll just alternate back and forth. How's that?
Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
Much love to you. Bye, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Pray, keep it in the light, keep positive, breathe. Bye bye. Yeah.